Guys, just wanted to give a very brief explanation of what's going on. As we saw yesterday, the US inflation down to 3% from 4% the month before. That's a huge decrease, and it's now just 1% above the Fed's 2% inflation target. So that means inflation has basically been destroyed, and that's because of consumer price, producer prices. We know in China they're going through an absolute terrible depression. Not just the buildings, we've explained this before, not just the real estate, but even exports just now down 12.5% from last year. That is a huge number, 12.5% down. So then you'll say, okay, but at least the internal domestic economy is good. Yeah, well, imports are down 6.5% as well. So that means things are really bad. They can't export. They've got no home market. Things are really dreadful. So because of those, and commodity prices are rock bottom, natural gas rock bottom, coal rock bottom. Why is electricity still high in the West? Price gouging and monopolies. So let's just put that on the side. The only reason is price gouging and monopolies, and that's why you've got to nationalize your electricity supply. But whatever, let's put that on the side. So things are really in producer prices, in commodities, everything is record low, and that's why America's experiencing very low inflation, and they've basically defeated inflation. Now, looking at the UK, that's a totally different story, and that's what I keep going on about the UK disaster zone. Reason being, as I said to you before, 10% increase in benefits and pensions last month, and we've just been announced, Rishi Sunak will probably agree on a 6% increase in government wages going forward. So once you've got that, obviously you're going to have inflation because all those things have to increase the prices, and that's it, and that's what you do. So things are really bad there. I can't see the way out for the UK to get out of this. They're going to have consistently higher prices the whole time. Inflation will keep going up. Doesn't matter about the interest rate. Honestly, the UK could have interest rates at 2%. It does not matter. The interest rate is not affecting this inflation. It's sheerly caused by the government. They're paying for half the country. Keep on inflating this bubble, which is the same as Argentina. It does not matter about interest rates, all right? It's just the government being totally incompetent. And the US, more private economy, has not increased their benefits so much, has not increased anything, so things are going well. The one outlier, the US, is credit is down, and they're going to have the student loan payments are restarting at the end of August. So that is going to cause a lot of problem. But again, for inflation, it's got no impact on inflation. So inflation is down, but will they go into recession? That's another point. We'll have to leave that on the side. The UK is just finished from inflation. Regardless, I think they just showed May GDP wasn't so bad. It was only 0.1% down, and it's irrelevant, guys. It's irrelevant because these are just stupid statistics. Fact is, GDP per capita is on a huge way down in the UK, plummeting because they're importing 2% of their population every year. 2% last year, 2% this year. So obviously GDP goes up. That's a natural thing. When you import people, GDP goes up, but GDP per capita is down massively. And that's the only figure you have to look at, GDP per capita. And that is way low, cratering. The UK is now, they used to be on par wages with the US. I think they're 20% below now. It's really, really bad. It's third world. And there's no hope. It's just going to get worse and worse, and the divergence will get worse and worse. UK with high inflation, US with low inflation.